Hello everybody, welcome to the first week of June. This is pickups for this month. I got some pretty good stuff, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna hop into the first thing. I only have a couple videos, but the videos I do have are some pretty nice videos. I'm gonna start off with something that I pick up pretty frequently, but I don't really show because it's kind of strange and I don't really know how I would show it. How I would show it appropriately, at least, but I'm just gonna kind of throw it in here now. It's a camera. It is a Yashica GSN Electro 35. I pick these things up constantly. It has the lens protector here. These things all day go for like $30, $35. I picked this up for about $5. These were incredibly popular in the 70s. These resell all day, and they're very easy to resell. So if you can pick these up, I highly recommend doing that. Pick them up at yard sales, thrift stores, wherever you can. And then I also picked up a sealed little color print film. I picked these up because it makes older cameras. This one's only from 97, so it's not super old, but it makes selling older cameras to people that don't actually want to use the cameras easier. It's not in the greatest condition, so it's not great, and it doesn't really add much value to the cameras, but it just makes selling the cameras easier. I have a little video here of this bag I got. It's this, I don't know if it's plastic or if it's vinyl, but it's a Tamagotchi little backpack. It's transparent, it's pink. I got it for $1. The only thing that I've ever been able to find of it so far is a listing on eBay. I've only been able to see one, and they have it for like $40 or something like that, which seems way too ridiculous to me. So the value to me is unknown, but I just thought it was cool. I'll probably hang it on a nail or something, or a thumbtack or something, and just kind of let it sit on the side of my shelf. Then, next up in my opinion is the coolest one. The coolest find of this week. I'm gonna put up a little video right here. I got a walk-up video of this. Walking up and I see these black boxes and I was not entirely sure what they were. And then I pick up the first one and it's Final Fight on the Super Nintendo, complete in box, and I couldn't believe it. I just could not believe that Final Fight was right there in front of me. And then there was Stanley Cup, NHL Stanley Cup, and NBA Live 95 on the Super Nintendo, complete in box. $6 a piece. Not the greatest deal, but I mean, for Final Fight, $6 complete in box is just ridiculous. I'll show them here. Final Fight. The stickers came off. You can't even tell there were stickers there. Just incredible. The box is very nice condition. Not perfect, it has some edge wear and whatnot, but very nice. So, very good condition box. The game's in there, the cardboard that holds the game in place is in there, the manual's in there, everything's in there. Stanley Cup, again, very good condition box, probably better than Final Fight. This is probably the best box of the three. This one has a very clean box, barely any edge wear. You can tell these boxes were very well taken care of, which is great. And the third box, unfortunately, is a little bit bubbled, which isn't that big of a deal. You can see right here and right here. It's a little bit bubbled. There you can get a better look at it, but not a huge deal because it's NBA 95. So $6 a piece for these. Final Fight's the one I really wanted, of course, so not a big deal. I thoroughly will enjoy that. But next up, I picked up a VHS. It is the Banjo-Kazooie Toys R Us VHS. I already have this, but I've been picking these up recently because they sell for about $7 online if you can pick them up. and I've been picking them up for like a quarter. So, I mean, it's not the greatest profit, but any profit's profit, you know what I mean? Since Toys R Us is closing down, people want these. So, you know, it's something. It's something. Then at the Habitat for Humanity I go to every once in a while, on the dollar rack, which is the same place that I got that Tamagotchi backpack, I picked up a Wii Sports Resort, which was nice. I almost never find games at the Habitat for Humanity. It's almost always just weird things that I wouldn't expect, but this is complete. I'm gonna open it somewhere else in hopes of you not being able to hear it super loud. Again, I should really pre-open these, but it is complete, which is excellent. Next up, I got a video of these 4 games as well. I walked into a thrift store, and there was a fresh stack of Wii games sitting on their shelf. Looked through them. First one I saw was Mario Party 8, which is pretty nice. Then, pretty much right next to it, pulled out Super Mario Galaxy, which is another pretty big one. Then Animal Crossing City Folk was right there. So those are some pretty nice games. Got them right here. There's Mario Party 8, which does have the manual. Then there was Super Mario Galaxy, which does not have the manual, unfortunately. It's the only one that does not. And then there was Animal Crossing City Folk, which does have its manual. And then I went and off camera looked through a little bit more. I think, at least. I don't think this one was in the video, but I picked up Solitaire and Mahjong just because I didn't have it, and I like Mahjong a lot. So I picked this up. It's only like a $7 or $8 game, but I thought it was neat, so I got it. That's the thrift store that only charges $1.50 for games, regardless of the game, so it's not a huge deal. Next up, I went to a yard sale, and they had some 360 games. Nothing too special. I got 3 games. I only got 3 because it was, I only wanted 1, but they sold me 3 for cheaper, so I mean, you get 3 to get the one you want for a little bit cheaper. So I got Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, which is, I mean, it's a Need for Speed game. It's not super, but it's fine. I got Project Gotham Racing 3. I haven't played a Project Gotham Racing game since the first one, I believe, so don't know. And then the one I really wanted was Peter Jackson's King Kong. This is the one I wanted because it holds a little bit of value, and I believe, if I remember correctly, the reason why it holds a little bit of value is because it's super easy to get achievements in it, and for whatever reason, people care about gamer score still on Xbox. So, that's why it holds value for some reason. Next up, a thrift store next to the Habitat for Humanity. It's actually the same thrift store where I got those Super Nintendo games. I went back about a week later, and they had this Genesis game, M1 Abrams Battle Tank. It is complete. I'm not going to open it because it's actually a pain in the butt to close again. But it has the game, the manual, and it has a Toe Jam and Earl poster, which I think came in the majority of them. But it's pretty neato. Pretty happy about that. Then, from the same thrift store I got the Wii games at, I got this DVD. This Best of Goku Top 7 Fan Favorite Fights. It was so weird. It's just such a strange DVD to see. It doesn't seem like a legit Funimation DVD. It just sounds like a YouTube video to me, which is why I got it, because it just sounds so stupid. But that's why I got it, just because it sounded silly, so I had to get it. Then from the 5 for $1 thrift store, I went twice, and I got two separate I got 5 things twice. So I got Monopoly on the PC. I got it because the disc was pretty neat. I like the way that disc looks. And because it's Monopoly on the PC, who doesn't like that? Then I got Siberia, which is not the other Siberia. This is different Siberia. This is a Interplay Siberia. Interplay company that worked on the original Fallouts. One of them, at least. Then I got a couple soundtracks. Small Soldiers soundtrack, which I was actually super surprised to see that the Small Soldier soundtrack's actually stacked. It has Bone Thugs and Harmony. It's got Queen. It's got Pat Benatar, Queen Latifah. It's The Pretenders, Cheap Trick, Rush. Like, I was blown away. I didn't know Small Soldiers soundtrack was that stacked. That's kind of ridiculous. That must have been an incredibly expensive soundtrack. And then the other soundtrack is Star Wars Episode 1 Phantom Menace, which is pretty neat. The fold-out poster, as you can see, is here, because it's this booklet here. Don't really care. I'm not taking that out anyway. And then the fifth thing I got is a PSP game, which I was actually super excited to find, because it's way better than those, but it's Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Tag Force 2. It's like a $20-something game. The cards aren't in it, but I'm not really concerned about the cards. More concerned about the game. The manual's in it. The game is in my PSP right now, but I'll show you that the manual's there. The manual is just the stupidest manual of all time. It's so small. The game's in my PSP, like I said, but the manual is like, what's the point of this? It basically goes over nothing. There's no point to this manual. It does pretty much nothing. It's 12 pages long. So, what the manual's there for, who knows. But, good game. Very good game, in my opinion. And not an inexpensive game, so if you see it for cheap, pick it up. And then the final 5 things were also from the 5 for $1 thrift store. 3 GameCube, a Wii, and an original Xbox. It is Rocket Power Beach Bandits. I've seen this game on the PlayStation 1 before, but I've passed on it because it's Rocket Power and it wasn't at the 5 for $1 thrift store, so I'm not going to pay more than 20 cents for it. So, never played it. Obviously, I watched Rocket Power when I was younger, so I know what Rocket Power is, but, I mean, it wasn't a super enthralling show, so... Harry Potter Chamber of the Secrets, or Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. I have this on Game Boy Advance, so I know you can do something with the Game Boy Advance. I don't know what, but that's kind of neat. There is a Harry Potter game for GameCube, PlayStation, and Xbox that's worth a pretty penny. I don't remember which one. I think it's the first one, but it's not this one, so unfortunate. And then probably the best GameCube game of the 3 is Donkey Kong Jungle Beat. I do have the bongos, so I mean I could play this if I wanted. I have the bongos complete. I found them not that long ago, which was nice. I found them at the flea market. But this game's alright. It's not the greatest. It's in pretty decent condition, so for 20 cents I'll take it. And then on the Wii, we have Guitar Hero Warriors of Rock. I got this because it's not an inexpensive Guitar Hero game, because it has a pretty good soundtrack on it, but I also got it because it's a library game, which is kind of funny. I actually know where this library is. It's not too close to me, so it's not that big a deal, but, you know, the soundtrack on it's not super bad, like most of them are, so... I mean, it's not great, but it's not awful. I'll take it. It's not like I'm gonna play it anytime soon, but you know what I mean. And then the last one's debatable on whether or not I should have picked it up, because it's kind of disgusting, if I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not gonna keep it anywhere near my games. And I know this is a common problem for this specific game, but it's the Halo 2 Collector's Edition. It's just so rusted and gross, but I mean, it's rusted around the Halo 2 symbol, so it looks kind of neat, but it's just so rusted everywhere, all over it. It's kinda gross. It's super rusty, it's dinged up, so I mean, it's not in good condition at all. I don't know exactly where it's gonna go, but both the discs are in it, so I mean, it's still playable, the discs are fine, it's just not in very good condition aesthetically. So I mean, it's not in good condition. The case is not in good condition, but the games are fine. I mean, it kinda looks neat, because it kinda looks like it was done on purpose, but it very clearly was not done on purpose. So, I mean, it was 20 cents. It's 20 cents is worth it for the loose discs, is basically why I bought it. This case is not going anywhere near my other metal cases. I mean, I know that's not how rust spreads, but you know what I mean. So, that's what I got this month. Or this week, I should say. So, thank you very much for watching, everybody. I sincerely hope you enjoyed. And I will see you on the 14th.